We absolutely love the Fargo Road construction. It doesn't make sense. Just build the roads faster. Build them. Boys are back. The boys are back in town. We welcome you to a new episode of TWI. I'm your host, Ike. We got an unreal crew as always. We got Jared on the bottom, Eric P above him, guest Josh Fisher, JF, and above him we got Matt Hokinson. We might have David eventually, maybe, but he's a wild card. He's always a wild card. Speaking of wild card, we have Coco Gauff versus Naomi Osaka. Feature match of the week in the Mubadala Silicon Valley Classic in California. We got a round of 16 matchup. What do you guys think about this matchup?
I think just explosive tennis. I think we're going to see just balls hit very hard. We're looking at two of the harder hitters on the WTA, especially from Osaka. She seems to start, she's ranked 41, but Osaka can really beat anyone at any point, just given how explosive her game is. And then Gauff, one of the best movers on the WTA, also very explosive game, especially in the last couple of years as she's gotten older, really has added some MPHs on her serve and just in general, just hits with a lot of pace. So I'm looking forward to this one for sure.
Gauff went to the finals of Roland Garros this year in both women's doubles and singles. Probably one of her best feats in her career so far. It's in San Jose. We got the Mubadala Silicon Valley Classic. I don't know if you can compare it to the Live Tour, but it is getting funding from the Middle East area and stuff like that. We got a WTA 500-point tournament. Winner gets 116 grand. Let's get into our bets. Before we hear Matt's ice cold take this week, let's go over the rules of betting. The boys will put $10, $20, or $30 on the bet of their choice. All types of bets welcome, and the winner at the end of the year wins a 69 Chevy. The levy must be dry in order to win. Let's get into the bets. I'm going to start her off. I'm going to choose the under on total games. I think this is going to be a really, really quick match. I think Coco is going to take care of it, but I do think Osaka could go on a run. And kind of like Matt was saying, she hits the ball really, really hard. So she might just go streaky and win a 3-4 type of match. But I think Gauff's going to take this one in straight sets. I'm saying 6-3, 6-4. Osaka could turn it on, but I'm going straight sets. I'm taking the under on total games. So the under is 21.5 games. I'm going to bet $20 on it. I'm pretty confident this is just going to be a straight set win. 20 to win 1940. Matt, what do you got for your bet this week?
I have not had any luck on the sets as over the last 6 weeks, 7 weeks, at least.
It's been a long time.
I don't know. I can't even count. I'm just so used to taking L's at this point. So a little bit different approach, still very aggressive betting, but we're going to be aggressive in a different way this week. So let's shift the over-under in games to 18.5, and I will take the under. I think this is going to be 2-2 either way. I think one of these players gets rolling and the other will get overwhelmed. And I could see it going Osaka's way. I can also see it going Gauff's way. So I'm going to shift it over to 18.5, and then I'm going to take the under.
That's a super bold take. I can't disagree with you more, I guess. But since I did choose the under and just 3 games ahead, I can't really shred it that much. But 30 to win 72, I think that's just a little bit too low. I think it might be in that range of 21.5 to or 18.5. Josh, what do you got for your bet?
Well, I think everybody here is just too obsessed with UTR. You talk about it too much. So I think I'm going to base this bet around whether or not it really works. So I believe it is 12.94 Osaka and 12.85 Gauff. The question is, bet against or bet with? I think we're going to bet against it and go with Gauff winning.
All right. The lower UTR. She's actually the favorite in this match in terms of betting odds. So it's kind of interesting to see that the UTR is different than the betting odds. Vegas is not thinking the UTR is going to hold up. So you're saying Gauff's going to win this one?
I think so.
Eric, what do you got for your bet this week?
I am going to move the line on total games.
All right.
To the left.
Of course.
I'm going to shift it to 24.5. and I am going to take the under on that.
Oh gosh,
Oh my god, this guy just doesn't stop.
I thought you were going up. What? Okay, how much are you putting on this one?
I'm gonna put 10, and here's
It's going like $2 again.
listen. I do treat every week as its own decision, and every week, $10 seems like the right decision.
It's just unbelievable.
Because this week, here's what I think is going to happen. It's either going to be over really quick, but if it goes 3, I think it's going to be 3 lopsided sets, in which case it would still have a chance to go hit the under on 24.5. So I'm going to go 10. Feeling good.
Last but not least, we got Jared Sowie. The first week at number 1, this whole season, week 23, you've kind of been in that middle area, went down to the lower part of it, and just slowly grinded your way to the top. Made a super strategic bet last week. What do you got this week?
Yeah, even though I'm on the bottom of this panel, I love the view from the top, baby. I can't get
Just jackass.
I think we need, I don't know if we're giving this the amount of commotion that it deserves, because I was talking with Eric, off to the side, and I was saying how, just a few short weeks ago, we were all in on, Matt being in the GOAT conversation of this league, right? Well, I'm going to make it so when I'm done, there's going to be no conversation. It's going to be clearly me as the GOAT of this league. I just want you guys to know we're at an intersection right now, and I'm taking off with it, especially because Eric keeps making $10 bets, winning $2 at a time. So
Hey,
I don't
buddy,
really.
you ever read The Tortoise and the Hare?
The only
Mix in
hair
a
I'm
fable.
concerned about right now is your hair looking like you just got out of just the shower with that mop on your head right now. So
Whatever.
here's the deal. So the funny thing about all this is that I was planning to make that same bet Eric made before he made it. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to shift the line to the left. I'm going to take the under. It's going to be under 24.5 games. And I'm going to bet $30 on it because I'm confident that it's going to hit, and because it's a strategy that worked last week. So if it ain't broke, I'm not going to fix it.
Here's the deal, everybody. We're gonna have to call the SEC or whoever monitors gambling, because we got some fraud going on. Jared just bets last every time. He waits for me to make my bet. He does more money, banks on me being right, and then he just profits off my intelligence, I think.
You ever seen the game The Price is Right? I'm doing that. That's my strategy right there, pal. And also take that up with Ike up there, who arranges this. He could easily put me at the top because I'm at the top. He could have put me at the top, and I would have made the same bet. So
Jared and Eric did bring up a good point, an argument. So I'm going to address this once and for all. The rule will be the winner of the league in terms of standings, in terms of money, will be able to go last. I will not enforce this one bit throughout the weeks. So if the person who's winning the league wants to go last, they'll just tell me at the beginning of the episode, hey, Isaac, I want to go last. Boom, I'll switch them. But if no one brings it up, I'm just going to leave it as is. I don't think it's that big of a deal. But if it does get brought up, that's how I'm going to handle it. And 2, let's get a word from our sponsor, the Fargo Road Construction. We absolutely love the Fargo Road Construction. When people say that phrase, time is money, it is money. And it's stealing my time and my money. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Just build the roads faster. Build the roads faster. Build them. Okay. All right, I'm cutting that out. So, all right. Second, the Tennis Integrity Unit, the TIU, is actually the organization that like monitors like the betting and stuff like that.
We could also call it the UTI.
So weeks at number 1, Jared got that sole week. Last week, he's on top. Matt still is leading the league in total weeks.
I have something to say. Hold on. So I have a point to be made here. Okay.
Right.
So my slide it's well documented over the last few weeks. Okay. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't have beef with Eric, but in this league, I might be a big Jared Sowie fan, and here's why. Because if Jared Sowie goes, 6 weeks at number 1 and gets in that 7 conversation and then stops and stalls out. And then let's say we get a situation where David gets into number 1 and stalls out.
Before we go any further, I think the fact that you threw David winning into that hypothetical completely invalidates it.
I think we have a conversation to be made there about the GOAT. I don't think I'm out of it yet, even though of my current place. So with a Sowie run, I think I'm still alive in the GOAT conversation. Fair point. Fair point.
Matt, I think that would make you like Michael Jordan with the Wizards right now. You had your great heights, and now you've just sunk into the complete basement.
That's not wrong. Like, that's a pretty good analogy.
Just passing the torch, man. I'm Kobe.
I mean, you know what? And I mean, what a better person to get past the torch to than some bum over in Bismarck. Sorry, Mandan. So
this is your total earnings for.
Oh my goodness gracious! I didn't realize it was that bad. Wow! Whoa!
Matt has went on an absolute losing streak. Overall record is actually not that bad, 9-13. If you look at the other overall records, he's kind of right in the mix. But just some absolutely ridiculously awful bets from him in the last probably 10, 11 weeks. So him talking about him being the GOAT again, you got to win some bets to get on that train.
Fair enough.
I think the highlight for this week in terms of the rankings is Jared getting that first week at number 1. It's got to feel pretty good.
Oh, it feels great. And it feels great to outplay Eric at his own game. This is the new rivalry right here. You got to be team Jared or team Eric P. You know what I'm saying? And it sounds like the streets are talking, Eric, and they're saying they're team Jared.
I think Eric is a bum.
Maybe, hey, listen. All I'm saying is Team Eric Micro P is going to keep hitting these micro bets, and we'll see you guys at the finish line.
Yeah.